Greetings, everyone. Thank you again for being a part of this African Yoga Challenge. This is day 5 of the challenge, and it's SHU. So, when we're dealing with SHU, we're dealing with the principle of air, it's the principle of dryness, and SHU represents the science of breath as well. It represents Smai. SHU is the bringer of the whole Smai science, because Shu deals with the breath, and this is where we begin in terms of yogic practice is breathing. The first things or the first exercises one should actually learn is the breathing techniques, how to breathe while doing movements and postures is really important. You can get into a posture, but if you're not breathing correctly, you're not going to receive the full benefits of that posture. Another aspect of this concept is what makes yoga different to other forms of exercises is the breathing. Like, for instance, in Pilates, you will breathe constantly breathing. There's no holding the breath, there's no variation of changes of breathing. Whereas with yoga, you can retain the breath, you hold the breath, and there's various changes that you can bring in to your breathing. And also there's a certain level of consciousness that you bring into the breathing technique as well, while you're in postures. And that's what makes yoga different from any form of exercise, different from Pilates, different from gymnastics, is because of the breathing. But going back to Shu, so Shu is the principle of air, dryness, and Shu is the original, as some will say, the original Shiva, the African form of Shiva. In the Vedas, for instance, Shiva is not mentioned, and that is because the Vedas was brought in by the Aryans, and the Aryans had no knowledge of Shu, which was worshipped as Shiva by the Dravidians. So this goes back. Now, don't believe me? Check it out. Really do some research, and you'll find some interesting connections between Shu and Shiva, and where they're, basically what they're about and where they're coming from and what they brought to the world. In the African system, we do a breathing technique which we call Shu, but also we have a flowing air movement, and this is known as Shuti, and this is where we're bringing in Tefnut, which is your Shakti. Okay, but that's for another time, and I really wish you well. Give thanks and continue to just do the movements, explore Shu for as long as you can. The idea is to do Shu for a minimum of 10 minutes today. I mean, you could break it down. I mean, you could do a couple of minutes of Shu one part of the day, and then another couple of minutes of Shu another part of the day, but really explore this movement and see and feel the benefits of this particular posture. Thank you for taking part, and I'll see you for day 6.